Hi to society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we're checking out some more Bleach, episode 263. From the preview we got, we're gonna be dealing with a little bit of Renji's Zanpakutō, a little bit of Byakuya's Zanpakutō, which should be interesting since he seems a little bit more of the stoic type, which makes sense knowing Byakuya. So I don't know what shenanigans we're gonna get up to, but I'm sure it'll be fun nonetheless. In 3, 2, 1, go. I feel a bit like I can recite this opener off the top of my head at this point. I mean, it hasn't been that many episodes. It's just, I feel like I'm not used to there being a monologue at the beginning of every single episode. Did we have it with any of the other arcs? I feel like we didn't. But I also feel like it's been a while since I was going through the older arcs. Like, other than just like rewatching random things, right? Like random episodes where I'm like, I want to see that specific moment again. I haven't like gone back and watched like everything in order. So I'm like, I don't remember if there was anything like that where we got monologues continue like every single episode began the same way. I get it's probably for runtime in the case of, you know, filler, that if you can buy like an extra minute that you don't have to animate, go for it, right? But I just feel like it's, I don't know, there's some kind of like, there's something in my pattern in my brain now where I'm like, that's how Bleach episodes begin, which means that the moment that I start one of the other arcs or watch the like new episodes for Thousand Year Blood War stuff, I think it's gonna trip me up a little bit. I think I've been like, the Pavlovian response is gonna be like, it's supposed to begin with Zanpakutō. What a dramatic shot. I was gonna say a turtle in a jar? Oh, with a comically big hammer. Is this the same background that we had in the episode with Hisagi? The final showdown with his Zanpakutō? Ooh, nice. I mean, it was 2 against 1. I was like, I know that they're gonna be like, of course, nothing to it. Oh. I mean, you did kick him in like the head, and he does have a helmet slash turtle shell thing going on. You got this, guys. Maybe not. I'm assuming, yeah. That's rough, buddy. Wow. Just done. I love that because the sword snapped in half, it hit both of them. Please, children, children. Oh, they were so ready to take the praise. Oh no, it continues. I feel like I would not be talking like that about, powerful beings of like someone who is like, you know, directly related to the captain of like, yeah, I mean, it's just, I know like Renji's not a captain, but still. I love that Renji is like such a single parent. Like all the time. He's like, I just want to be alone. I would like to be by myself. Uh-oh. Those are the wrong words to say. Is it? Y'all are pretty messy. Oh dear. Yeah, that'll work. Fun use of the like almost like fish lens, right? I like how we had that effect, but there isn't like a a way for someone to see them through the door. Oh dear. Literally just stand up slightly. Are we also investigating? That is a massive hallway. He's like that. You can't sneak in. And then he's like, oh, the door wasn't opening, so I figured it out. Oh, that's fine. It's not scary at all. Yeah. Fair. I feel like this is not going to go well. Don't just push random buttons. In this place, I would be like, I have no idea what anything is gonna do to me. On purpose or by accident. Are you gonna push all the buttons now? Because it's a remote. Remember when I said he's more stoic? Yeah. This, like I was saying, I'm like, I would not just press random buttons in this of all places. You seem very, like, still unbothered by this. Are we gonna break our way out again? I feel like it's gonna be bad for in the container, yeah. It's fine for you because the petals won't hit you. I love the like hitting the like glass or whatever to make the point. There's just glass everywhere now. No. I was gonna say, like, he might be more patient, but apparently not. Apparently that is the thesis of this episode. I was like, bro, there's gotta be someone around who's like the alarm. Oh, not you. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't encounter you again. Like at all, in general. Let alone in this, like, you know, physical form. Helpful. I mean, maybe, yeah. I was like, I'm seeing like eyes that work in the same way. Oh dear. I'm a little bit worried about the fact that we were like, oh, obviously snacks. Are we going to push the buttons? Or are we gonna... Yeah. I was like, I feel like it's not gonna go the way that we think. Oh dear. It's kind of cute when it's not, you know, poisoning entire streets full of people. Can we just attack the floor? Like, can we tunnel our way out? Or that? What about all the other containers in this room that have the remnants in it? Yeah, probably, yeah. Again, this is like the research. Where all the researchers are. You think I was like, don't just click buttons. I'd be worried about like tiles that set off traps and stuff. I'd be so paranoid. Oof. Close call. Y'all are just causing so much destruction. Are we actually gonna see his face? No. Briefly. Feel alive again. Not them just hinting, being like, maybe we'll see without the mask. I'm assuming he looks a lot like Byakuya, to be fair. Wow, there are cameras in a lot of places there should not be cameras. Oh dear. Don't just push buttons. I do like the idea that there's like an operation where you can control a bunch of different things throughout Soul Society from this one room. I feel like there would be far more shenanigans. Stop pushing buttons! Also, Hisagi just has his Zanpakutō back? I mean, like, personified? Hello? I mean, again, filler arc, so we don't have to be consistent, but I'm sure that it's gonna be Renji's Zanpakutō that gets blamed for this. Not that there's no undoing what's been done. I feel like we've been... Yeah. Like I said, if it could have been any of the other ones, and now we're gonna have to deal with an actual problem. I'm sure he's gonna, like, be victorious. Dramatic shot. Wow, with the spotlight and everything. Get him on the stage. It was in the eye contact. Alright, that was a pretty cool shot. Why are we just filling the room with, like, poisonous gas? Right before it happens. I say. Oh dear. Oh dear. We did not agree to this tactic. Wow, the way that we use that attack with complete disregard for anyone in the way, we are definitely getting blamed for this. I'm including myself as someone who quite likes Renji in general. Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for you to explain that one away. Also, have we ever seen the rest of Renji's, like, tattoos and stuff? At this point? Anyway. Not to get distracted. Awkward. Wow. I see how it is. I mean, that was pretty messed up. There were some cameras in some places where I'm like, nope. Uh-uh. I like how even they're confused and they experienced it. Because he's a single parent and he can't put up with this. Speaking of parents, I don't know. I feel like Byakuya probably is like just better at keeping it under wraps. Just because you can control how you feel doesn't mean you don't feel it. You know, like the outward expression of it. See what I say about parents. Two different sides. Look, there are some things that you just are wasting energy on. That's kind of cute though. Like considering who like their soul reapers are. Yeah. I feel like if there's one person you wouldn't like you shouldn't upset, whose research you shouldn't destroy. But they were just gone, like they were off doing field research and they come back to this. Oh dear. I feel like that'll not go over well. But I do think it's interesting to get like a little bit of insight into some of the I don't like past of Byakuya. I know that we've gotten like a little bit of it throughout like the series, but I feel like he's so good at keeping to himself what he's thinking and feeling. And like I was saying, it's just because you're good at that doesn't mean that you don't like feel and think a bunch of things, right? It's just how do you manage how those things are expressed. But I'm sure that Byakuya has a lot of things going on, you know, in his head and internally that he does not let anywhere near the surface where other people can observe it. But getting to see like his Zanpakutō, you get to see a little bit, you're right, of who he is, because Zanpakutō is supposed to be a reflection of like the heart of their soul reaper, as the opening of the monologue of all these episodes reminds us. So it is a good opportunity to show some more of that personality without doing something with Byakuya that feels out of character, right? Like I feel like trying to do something slapstick with Byakuya would feel really weird. Right? Like even in a filler, it would feel very out of place. So it's a good way of circumventing that while still expressing some of the stuff about his character. Ooh. Nice. About that we're going to be exploring Sansui's Zanpakutō a little bit. There's a bit, I think there's a bit of a limit to that because I'm trying to think like in the canon, have we seen all this stuff with his yet? I feel like no. Hello? Yeah. Oh, because we redid the costume. I was confused there for a second because I was like, why do we have a Union Jack? And then I remembered, I'm like, oh, because we're redoing the outfit and it was inspired by English fashion. So I got there, but I think Ichigo's right reason. I feel like they probably have no idea. But that, again, I think it was a fun episode. There was a lot of slapstick and just leaning into the humor of the chaos and trying to correct for it. But I do feel like it's a fun way of being able to explore a little bit of Byakuya's character and past without making him feel super out of character, and hint a little bit at some of the dynamic of Byakuya and Renji, right? Because I feel like on paper they don't really fit, but then they work well together because you have a little bit of a balance between the two of them. So I feel like it's a way of reminding us that the dynamic works the way that it does, because Byakuya is the one who doesn't hesitate to get involved in stuff and can deal with situations when they pop up without it becoming a little bit of a crisis. I feel like Renji, he can jump into fights, but I do feel like he feels a lot of things, and it can sometimes get in the way of him analyzing a situation, or getting too analytical about what's going on and not reacting quite as quickly as he should. And then having Renji be someone who is there to watch Byakuya's back, right? That is both his job and something that he has internalized as something that's important for him, right? He protects a lot of people in his life, from Rukia to Ichigo to lots of people within Soul Society. It's fun to see some of that reflected in their Zanpakutō with these personified physical forms with them. Fun episode to just get some humor and get some personality from Byakuya's Zanpakutō, who's very serious throughout the main part of this arc, and just have a little fun, have a little chaos in Soul Society, even with the weird cameras being everywhere. But are we entirely surprised? The creepiness factor, I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so the next time I post a Bleach reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.